Welcome to Cooking with Andrea. Today we're going to be making canned corned beef tacos. Really yum. My Aunt Dorothy used to make these all the time. We'd go over to their house for barbecue and or something, and my Aunt Dorothy would always have these kind of tacos, or we'd go over, have tamales, things like that. But this was her thing, especially because those kids were running around and we needed something to eat versus just hot dogs or hamburgers or something. So I have one can of corned beef. You can use any one you want. This one was on sale for $4.66 a can. That's fantastic. Here in our state, corned beef has gone up to $8, $9 a can. But one thing, I grabbed this one. It was $4.66, so I'm like, wow, that's mine. I'm making tacos. So I went ahead. I don't know if they gave me such a deal because we were missing the key or if I lost it. So we had to pry it open. I decided I better put it on a plate. So I did not cut myself. So this is what it looks like. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I've got a cup of cheese and I put some Monterey Jack and some cheddar. Cut up some shredded lettuce. I cut up Roma tomato. What I'm going to do is put this I'll put it to the side here. And we're going to work on the tacos. What you want to do is take your corn tortillas, and what we're going to do is just lay them out. I'm going to lay them on my counter, clean my counter really, really well. So what I'm doing, the reason I'm doing the corned beef tacos today is my first video that I ever did was a fresh corned beef, and I showed us how to make it, and then I made some fresh corned beef tacos. But this year I'm going to do, for St. Patty's Day, I want to go ahead and do a trio. So yesterday I did my own beef brisket. I'm brining it to make my own corned beef. So we're going to showcase that next week, and I'm going to make a nice corned beef dinner. So today I'm making corned beef tacos, and it's going to be with a can with corn tortilla. 2 weeks or from now, then I'll be doing a fresh, with our leftover fresh corned beef, I'll be doing a taco with a flour, and it's going to be a Irish inspired. So I'm going to call it my Irish Mex. But today we're going to focus on the corned beef taco. That's why I wanted to do it this way, just to let you know, because it's kind of like a theme for St. Patty's Day. So what you want to do is take the corned beef, and you want to use your hands. You can smash it down, but if you kind of smash it with your fingers, it's going to stick real nice. And the reason you want it to stick is because you're going to put it in oil, and so it's going to spurt. So what I'm going to do too is I'm going to put about a 1/4 cup, not that much. It's probably about 1/3 of a cup of oil. I have canola oil. I buy oil in bulk, so I just keep my bottle until it's no longer any good. Keep it for several months, and when I feel it's not good, then what I do is just go ahead and buy another bottle. But I buy big quantities of oil. I have fryers too, and so that's how I normally do it. Let's see here. So get a nice amount. You want to be able to make 10 tacos out of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make these 10 tacos, set them up, and then I'm going to get ready to go ahead and fry them. And so we'll be back. Okay, welcome back. So I got one in right now. I just wanted to test how hot my oil is. And I'm going to tell you guys too. Actually, I have a little bit more oil than what I normally use. I don't usually quite use that much. You just want to go ahead and fill the bottom of the pan. You can always add more oil, but it can't hurt anything. It is canola oil, but I don't fry. I have times where I do fry things, but for the most part, I do not fry a lot. A lot of times during the week we eat. But you know what? I like my tacos this way, and I like tacos done different ways, because there's a lot of times where I do all my fresh meats, and I don't. We use a flour tortilla just warmed, like a street taco. And then, so, I'm not all into that. There's a day when you want to fry. And this is what I grew up eating. Like I said, my Aunt Dorothy, she was awesome at making the corned beef tacos. Oh my gosh, I love going to her house and having them. And so I love them. She also used to make taquitos out of these too. I was like, oh my gosh. She could do wonders with a can of corned beef. Isn't that amazing how you could take something, and back then corned beef was inexpensive. Now it's expensive. But if you think the reason if you think about it, the reason is because you could actually make a meal out of this corned beef with potatoes, macaroni and cheese, anything. So it is actually something that's really good. Never thought I'd have to say that, but after COVID, wow, life changed, you know. Never thought I would wait to get into a grocery store to buy some food, you know. So that's kind of weird. So these are browning really nice. I'm going to pull these over so you can see them better. Yeah, just want you to see how they're getting nice and browned right here. You want them as, I say you eat them as crunchy as you want. I like when I fry, it means I'm really looking for a crunch. But please do be careful, because one thing about corned beef, it spits at you. So you have to be very careful. Stand back. That's why I say it may have a little bit more oil. Usually I have to come and put more oil in, but it's okay. Like I said, it can't hurt anything. I'll just make it a little bit more delicious. Oh, but it will spit, so do be careful. But these tacos are awesome. They're so delicious. I love these. So what you're doing is just getting a brown on your tortilla. And we're going to continue, because as soon as I fry up this batch for you, but I do want you to see, because it does take about 3 minutes. Depends on how hot your pan is, but like I said, you don't want it too hot. Because then all you're doing is potential for accident. Because the corned beef is going to spit at you. Oil already spits at you. Just flip them over. When you see the brown, pretty much they're done on both sides. You can also test it with your finger, see how crunchy your tortilla is. But I guarantee, if you guys try these tacos, if you like corned beef, you'll love these tacos. If you're not a big corned beef fan, you might and you might not, because we have a family member, he doesn't really care for the corned beef tacos, because he's not a big corned beef person. And so it's just really your preference. But let me tell you, these are goodness, greasy goodness. I hate to say that, but they are. I'm bad. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take and drain. That's why I have them on a paper plate with paper towels, so that it'll catch the grease. Just drain the grease. Yum. These are so delicious. I love corned beef, but I like to make hash. And I make corned beef hash, I make roast beef hash, I make pork hash, and I make it from scratch normally. Whereas when we have a roast, I'll take my leftover roast and I'll get some potatoes and onion and garlic. Ooh, and we'll make hash. So, like I said, I love this kind of stuff. Okay, I'm going to put my tortilla in. I want you to see how I put the tortilla in. Be careful though, guys, because like right now, since I already fried, but what you got to do is make sure the tortilla will fold over. But now it will really spit at you. So do be careful. And if you don't want to hold it, just let it sit. As soon as that tortilla warms on this side, it'll fold over nicely like this. Oops. That is a spit at you. But that's okay. I've been doing this a long time. This is my thing. I love doing my corned beef tacos. Yeah, but it does spit. It's because of the corned beef. You know, when I do other tacos, it doesn't spit as much. But this meat will come apart. That's the pro and the con of doing tacos. Just wipe yourself on. But this is how I ruin a lot of black t-shirts. You know, I have quite a few black t-shirts. I probably have about 20, but you can still ruin them, and boy, you can ruin them real fast. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my pan back because I don't want grease on my camera. And like I said, I'm not worried about it for me. Worst I have to do is clean my glasses at the very most. And then, you know, if you turn your pan down just a little bit, then it'll stop the spitting as much. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and finish frying, and then we're going to come back and I'll show you how we're going to assemble. Okay, we're back. Everything is fried. Look at these tacos. Perfect. Okay, and so you don't have so much popping like I did. I put just a little bit less grease in there because you can always, or oil, because you can always come back and add more if you need to. It's really hard to take it out once you already have it in there because, good Lord, you're going to have to dump the whole pan out. So put a little less. I wanted to let you know too, I got 10 tacos out of here because I was planning on doing 10 because I like my tacos kind of meaty, filled really pretty good. It's our dinner. So, you know, I have to have enough in there to make us full. But you could get 12 out of this easy, especially if you were doing a party or you guys were having a like buffet kind of type dinner that night or a smorgasbord like. You could get 12 out of a can easily. So real cost efficient if you find your corned beef on sale. So go look at, like I said, I bought that can of corned beef, $4.66. Go looking for that one. Libby's was like $6.98 on the shelf. So you got to watch and see who's got sales and who doesn't. So these are all nice and wonderful. We dried them. So what I'm going to do is stuff them. You can use whatever you like. For sure, we always use lettuce and cheese. Sometimes we add tomatoes, sometimes we don't. So I want you to see that. And then what we do is we all have our own different. This is my favorite, Taco Bell. I'm bad. I'm bad. If I'm not eating fresh salsa that I'm making, then I'm eating Taco Bell sauce. My son, my husband, we like this dollop of Daisy's good on your tacos too. Boy, this tube stays so good versus me buying a container of sour cream. It stays 10 times longer in this tube, just so you know. And usually I only pay like $1, between $1.66 and $1.99 for that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stuff my tacos. So I'm going to go ahead and put my plate here. Bring this closer. And this is what I do for our dinner. I just take lettuce, cheese, and we like cheese. And then, you know, as you start stuffing, you'll see the tortilla shell will open up a little bit. But my gosh, this is a good dinner or a good lunch. If you like corned beef. If you don't like corned beef, this may not be for you. But I would say try it. It's delicious. Okay, so how am I going to stack him up so he doesn't fall down? Okay, we'll do it just like that. I'm going to get another one. And I'll tell you something too. My husband likes it when I do it like this. He likes the cheese in a little bit. Then he likes the lettuce. And then he likes a little bit more cheese like on top. He says that it melts better, you know, and it sticks to the meat, which is great. And this is how we're going to do this. And then just pick up the goodness and put the goodness on. You can use a taco holder. I normally don't. I normally put everything on everybody's plate. So I'm going to do like my hubby likes. A little bit of cheese inside. A little bit of lettuce. A little bit more cheese. And like I said, I only have a cup of lettuce here. You can add a little bit more lettuce. Cheese if you'd like. Or you can have less. But then here we go. And then what we're going to do is, I like them hard or soft. Either one, it doesn't matter to me. I just think they taste good in general. Okay. And that's basically what we've got here. And you could do tomatoes, no tomatoes. Up to you. What your preference is. I like them. Sliced pieces of jalapeno as well. And then I'm going to make one to try. I'm going to try this. I'm going to put a little bit of cheese. And then how I would do mine, this is how I would eat mine if it were me. I'm going to take a little bit of Taco Bell sauce. That was probably not a little bit. I'm bad. I like fresh salsa in them too. So yum. But some days I'm lazy to go buy salsa. I mean, I'm sorry, to make salsa, not buy. It's easy to buy it all day long. I could do that. Piece of cake. Okay, so this is how I like mine. Get my hands wiped off. Going in for a bite here. Alrighty. Then I'll clean up the counter and show you. But I want you to see, they're delicious. There is so much crunch. Really good. And if you drain the grease out, and there's no grease, it doesn't taste greasy at all. But like I said, if you like corned beef, this would be a fantastic taco to have. If you like corned beef, I could take 2 or 3 more bites of that, but I'm not going to. I'll wait and scarf it up after we get off camera, and we'll be good. But if you like the content, if you would please share, like, and subscribe, I'd be most grateful. New subscribers, Linda, thanks for the shout. Betty, thanks for the shout out too. I appreciate you ladies very much. I appreciate everyone. Thank you all for the support. I just wish you all have a blessed week. And I encourage you to try these corned beef tacos. They're not that expensive to make, as long as you can get that corned beef on sale. But thank you.